Hi, I hope you are keeping strong wherever you are and managing to overcome whatever obstacles are in your way, whatever those are. I know within South Africa, what's happened in KZN and Gauteng is taken over our lives, and we just trying to make it day to day, and lots of calls coming in now from all over, from orphanages, from old age homes, of food shortages. So wherever you can help, please help. I must say, even for professionals, people who are still earning, they're still struggling, finding time to go and queue for hours for a few items, and sometimes getting to the line, to the front of the line, and not being able to, which happened to us yesterday. After being in a queue from 8 till 3, we were not able to purchase anything. So whatever challenges you're going through, I have been getting a number of comments from entrepreneurs particularly, and especially those that are involved in the knowledge and service sector. It's always difficult for your hardship to be visible because you don't have a storefront. But all businesses, regardless of whether they sell products or services, are going to be affected just by what has happened in the two provinces. And we all have to again look at our businesses, especially small businesses. We had COVID-19 last year, and we had to re-look at our business models, because ultimately what we've all learned, even though we always knew it, what we truly understand is there is no business without clients or customers. There's just no business, whichever form those take, because that's your income. And so all of us now must re-look at our businesses and look at our target markets. Who are we targeting? Are those likely to continue giving us business? And who are the clients of our target market? Go down the line and see how that's going to be affected. COVID-19 devastated a lot of us who are small businesses. Now, a number of us, especially who operate solely within South Africa, are still going to be so affected by what's happened, because clients are re-looking at everything themselves. They're looking at the political stability, they're looking at their long-term plans and saying, this has happened this year, but can it happen again next year? Is it worthwhile continuing to reinvest in this country? So all of us have to start thinking about these things and see how our business models have been exposed. For me, for sure, Busara Leadership Partners, which is a strategic advisory firm, we definitely will be affected. We already were affected by COVID. Luckily, a number of our offerings can be offered online, so we can continue doing leadership development online. We can continue doing strategy facilitation online. We can continue doing diversity and inclusion online. We can continue training boards online. However, it is no guarantee that you will still get the clients. And the clients that wanted something done have put things on hold. So to all the small companies that are thinking, am I gonna survive this? Do I still have paid customers? It's time to relook at your business. Are you still able to sell or service? What are the pain points that you're trying to solve? Are they still existing? Will they continue existing? Should I look outside if you're only operating within South Africa? And what does that mean? What is the infrastructure you need? Is the problem that you're trying to solve still existing? Does it have growth potential? Does it have profitability? What are the surrounding businesses around it? The one thing that COVID made us very much aware of is the minute businesses shut down and we had to work from home, the businesses that really suffered are the ones that needed the traffic of business in order to survive. So location was an issue. So think about those things. Think about all those things. Your unique value proposition can still stand, but maybe your target market will have to be relooked at. The geography of your market. Look at how they access you. How do they access you? How do you access them? Your sales strategy, your marketing strategy, your partnerships, your networks, events. How do you use the internet, your social media? Have to look at everything, relook at everything. Yeah, reinvention in our context is becoming something that is no longer something we must just think about once a year. We are literally being asked to think on our feet all the time because we just don't know what's the next event that can impact us. The one thing that what's happening in our environment at the moment in KZN and Gauteng, your value chain. Map out your value chain. Oh boy, yeah. Your processes, your capabilities, your core competencies. Trust me to cough at this moment. Yeah, map up your value chain. It's always amazing when helping clients with their strategy, how difficult it is for some of us to map up our value chain. It's an exercise that's worth doing at the moment. Yeah. What resources? And look at your strengths, particularly. Don't always focus on your weaknesses. The resources that you have at your disposal that you can exploit to shift the weaknesses and to reduce the threats. Look at what are your biggest costs and how you can cut. What are your fixed costs? What are your variable costs? What are non-negotiables? I remember when COVID started, a business person made contact and she had just negotiated a lease, literally had not moved in. She was going to move in 1st of April, and I think our lockdown started 27th of March. And she had signed up this lease. And it's kind of like, and I was a bit upset with her because she was a public relations person. And I said, what business did you have in the first place, especially since you're still so small, to get such a cumbersome lease? Why couldn't you get into a shared space? Because sometimes we create these expenses and overheads that are not necessary. A business like that, PR, you're starting, you really could just use a shared space, and which allows you to at least have a business address, to have a place where you can go and have meetings when you need to have meetings, but you don't need to be there all the time. So look at all your expenses, and what's still going to make you unique? What's still going to make you unique? I call it your G-spot. What's your differentiator? Is it still what you thought it was? I must say, when I was looking for diesel and we were introduced to two African guys who inspire me to no end, who are pulling this is a trailer kind of thing with their van, and they do have to go and refill, but we all wait for them because we needed the diesel. But I was just like, so this is a mobile service, and I wonder if they've ever used it in the past, and I hope they continue finding clients like that. I don't know what their core business is for them to have access to the diesel, but I was just totally, and we were paying premium dollars for it because we needed it. So look at things like that, you know? What is your G-spot? Are the crises that we're experiencing, wherever you are, offering an opportunity for you to do something different? The one thing that's going to really hit us now, which I always worry about when I'm going through a hard time, especially financially, is the ethics. Our ethics tend to go out the window because we become desperate. When you have mouths to feed, bills to pay, accommodation, that's a helicopter. Yeah, in Durban, at least sometimes I feel safe that we are being looked after. Warren Buffett used to say it takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it. If you think about that, you'll do things differently. Yeah, now it takes a second. So think about what pressures you are experiencing now and take it seriously, because it may lead to unethical behavior, which will then catch you out in the long term. So start paring down your expenses. That's one thing about moving from an executive with a stable job and good income to becoming an entrepreneur. It really teaches you that you don't need that much. We don't need that much. So there are many, many crises that are hitting us one after the other. So you really have to start making it your routine to keep on looking at your expenses and seeing You can't keep on having the same type of wardrobe that you've always had as an executive. When sometimes you become an entrepreneur, over time you can, when business starts picking up. But as you can see, it's very easy for things to take a downturn